If we were to use one word to describe the Knicks' offseason thus far, boring might be the most appropriate adjective. And for astute Knicks fans, a dull and quiet offseason is absolutely a reason to celebrate. Far too often over the past 2 decades, the Knicks front office, often egged on by the owner, has wildly overspent on mediocre talent or traded for past their prime former stars attached to albatross contracts. However, during his first offseason calling the shots as the Knicks' president of basketball operations, Leon Rose has shown impressive patience and acted with purpose. The Knicks certainly didn't make any splashy signings but avoided doling out any outsized deals, such as agreeing to pay Gordon Hayward $120 million over 4 years. In fact, each of New York's free agent additions inked 1-year contracts, which will enable New York to enter the star-studded free agency bonanza of 2021 with upwards of $70 million in cap space. There currently isn't a single player on the roster with a guaranteed contract that extends into 2022-23. And the Knicks still have about $18 million cap space to appropriate. For this reason, Leon Rose and company have plenty of flexibility in terms of reshaping the roster and may have intriguing opportunities to get creative. In addition to cap space for sale, New York also has a substantial supply of draft capital to offer in potential trade talks. In fact, over the next 5 years, the Knicks have the second highest number of draft picks, first and second rounders combined, trailing only the OKC Thunder. Thus, let's take a look at some players New York could potentially target in trades. Lonzo Ball, New Orleans Pelicans. The Pels traded away Jrue Holiday to Milwaukee but acquired Eric Bledsoe in return. Bledsoe will earn $18.1 million in 2021-22 and is scheduled to make $19.4 million in 2022-23, however, only $3.9 million is guaranteed. The Pelicans also have combo guard Nickeil Alexander-Walker, a 2019 top 20 overall pick, on the roster, as well as Josh Hart, and just drafted point guard Kira Lewis out of Alabama with their lottery pick in last week's draft. With New Orleans inking Brandon Ingram to a 5-year, $158 million max deal this week and signing Steven Adams to a 2-year extension worth $35 million, will they also be willing to sign Ball to a lucrative extension next offseason, when he becomes a restricted free agent? From a Knicks perspective, they'd love to upgrade at point guard, but they have to ask themselves if they are willing to give up assets such as future draft picks and young players. Or, assuming Rose believes Ball a legit starting point guard, try to pry him away in free agency next summer? Nicolas Batum. Charlotte Hornets. This one is all about cap space. Batum's cap hit for 2020-21 is $27.1 million.